Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first edition of Ultimate E. Tonight, you are going to witness real world racers pitted against some of India's top gamers in their backyard. And by their backyard, I mean that the Indian racers are going to be going against the esports racers on a video game. With the growing pandemic of COVID-19, I hope everyone is staying indoors and staying safe. And remember to practice the proper safety measures like washing your hands and practice social distancing as well. But coming back onto the race, we are spectating Karthik Tarani, who is currently not put in a lap time, but it seems to me that he is on his flying lap, or rather on his out lap. Let's see what Karthik Tarani can perform this this practice session. To give you a little insight about Karthik Tarani is actually a 4-time national champion for the VW Cup. So, as we can see, we only have 14 drivers today, as this is only a mock test or mock session, and the real race will be tomorrow. And we see someone stopped on the track. I don't know who that is exactly. That was extremely close between Karthik Tarani and the person who was stopped on the track. Luckily, we had avoided an accident over there. But as we can see, Karthik Tarani is coming into turn 1 as he is now just starting his fastest lap. And it seems to me he's got a good exit off of turn 2. Let's see how he can perform for the rest of the lap. With that, Arjun Maini is also on provisional pole with a 148.8, and Abhishek Dwarkanant, who's only one-tenth away, just above 1/10 away from Arjun Maini. As we are spectating Karthik Tarani coming on to, which seems to me being turn 8. Yes, he's coming on to turn 8, or better known as the Ascari. Let's see how he gets the entry and exit off of this turn. It's looking extremely good that we see another person stopped on the track. It seems like he has gone back to the pits and is no longer on the track, which is good. That means the track is clear. Coming onto the Parabolica, let's see what time Karthik Tarani has set for us. Seems to have gotten a solid exit off of that. Coming onto the straight to see what time he has set. It seems to be that the time is not setting, which means that possibly Karthik Tarani has set an invalidated time, which means the lap time is not counted. So now, I'm not exactly sure where he went off the track, all 4 wheels, but hopefully he won't make the same mistake. We have Arjun Maini right behind him, who seems to be on their fastest lap, or the out lap. Sorry, they're on their out lap right now. So Arjun Maini is on his out lap. Let's see if he can improve on his time. But as of now, Arjun Maini is in provisional pole, and Karthik Tarani has gone off the track. Little oversteer from Arjun Maini over there. But oh my god, Karthik Tarani has gone off the track into the wall. He might have to restart altogether here. That looked like an extremely nasty crash. Almost going into everyone else on the track. Luckily, avoiding a huge collision. There are so many people on the track that it actually looks like a race right now. With that being said, we have Arjun Maini on his out lap. Abhishek is right behind him. Let's see. Okay, Abhishek has actually gone past. That means Arjun Maini has let him pass, as Arjun Maini probably wants a better exit off with no compromise. Arjun Maini coming into turn 1 did not get the best entry onto turn 1, but got a solid exit off of turn 2, which means he could have either kept the same time or have gained. So let's see how the rest of the lap goes. Going on to turn 3 and into turn 4, Arjun Maini still on provisional pole. Abhishek Dwarkanath just behind him, less than a tenth away. This seems to be a very, very close battle between first to fourth, especially first to second. Let's hope that nothing goes wrong and no one crashes, but it is extremely close calls and extremely close encounters as well. We have Abhishek that went across, so he's going to be going across the line first to see what time he will set. And the free practice session is over. That means Arjun Maini is setting his last time. That might have been invalidated, as I saw all 4 wheels go off the track. But I guess we will have to see. Abhishek Dwarkanath seems like he could not improve on his time, which means that Arjun Maini is still on provisional pole. There's still a few other drivers out there that can gain. Arjun Maini coming onto the finish line to set. He did not set a faster time, so he is on provisional pole for the time being. Let's see if he can keep that. Dutta up into third, pushing Kuti all the way into fourth. That is a solid time for Dutta. Only just over 3/10 behind Arjun Maini. But it seems to me that Arjun Maini has taken first place and he is on pole position for another free session. So the session has ended and we are starting up the third free practice session of the night or of the evening. And we saw that Arjun Maini had set the fastest time. He seems to have a really strong pace coming into the weekend, as we've seen lately. So hopefully he can keep that up and be on pole the whole time. We still have a lot of drivers that are really close to him, like Abhishek, who is only less than a tenth away from Arjun Maini. And also, we've just noticed that Ferrari, Audi, and Porsche, all these 3 different manufacturers, all up in first, third, and second place. So now that we are in the pits, we can actually see the times of everyone. So we can see that Arjun has a very fast pace overall, but we can see that Sohail Shah has set two fast sectors, specifically Sector 1 and Sector 2, and Arjun has set a fast Sector 2. So I meant Sohail Shah has done a Sector 3 in Sector 1, not Sector 2. But it seems that he's losing a lot of time on the Sector 2, and as you can see, he's 5/10ths behind Arjun. That means that he is indeed losing a lot of time. And you can see that from Sector 2, he's losing 1 second, almost 1 second alone. But now we're going back to spectating. We can spectate Amit in the Ferrari right now. We haven't seen a lot of Amit in the last free practice session, so it is good to spectate him now and see what type of time he can set. So as Amit is coming out for his, if I'm not wrong, he's out for his fastest lap. He's at the Ascari right now, sorry, and he's gotten an extremely great exit off, just a little bit of oversteer, but it seems like a solid time. Let's see how his fastest lap is looking. Coming down the Parabolica, getting a nice tight line and then going wide, getting the best possible exit is the best way to get Parabolica down. And to see what time Amit has set the fastest time of this free practice session. That means that Amit is not anymore. Abhishek is now up into. He's now set the fastest time. That means Amit is down in second. Just a little bit slower. Not a whole lot. Definitely enough to catch up. But as we see more and more people coming out for their fastest time, or their fast lap, we see some green flags waved. Is there a yellow sector somewhere? So we got Rohan in third place right now. Rohan up into the top 3, which is incredibly impressive. For you guys who don't know, Rohan is actually a national racing driver. I have stated this before, but just to remind you guys, he is a remarkable talent up, and as you can see, he's up into third place. So proof is in the pudding. But to be more specific, he has actually participated in Formula LGB, and he's one of the top drivers in that category. And maybe he's one of the top drivers in these races this weekend. Only time will tell. But we have Sohail Shah, who actually set the fastest time this session. Now Abhishek down 1 place, and Amit back up into first, which means that he has set the fastest time. Alright, so I know this is actually a mock test, but I just wanted to say it. Okay, so I'm gonna try to figure out the reason why it's become choppy and laggy. And yeah, Virash's stream is looking amazing, so there's something wrong coming from my side. Let me try to sort it out as quick as possible, and we will be back live in lesson 5.